Lip products are like hot lava right now. Again! They're blurring the lines between makeup and skincare. So you get the best of both worlds in one product. Never has society been this obsessed with lip products since the early 2000s with our lip smackers and holographic, majorly tacky lip balms. So in this video, I'm going to break down the top products that people are obsessed with. Now some of these I couldn't get my hands on no matter how hard I tried. Talking to you, Hailey Bieber. I'm sorry, I just wasn't gonna spend that much on a lip balm, but I'm still waiting. I don't know how long the wait list is, but it could be, I don't know, maybe waiting till I'm dead. But I still had to do a lot of shopping. We went to Sephora, we went to Ulta, bought some of these online, and I don't know, I'm just ready to get started. The first one I'm gonna test out, I'm really excited because this one feels super nostalgic if you're a millennial and you grew up in the 90s, which is the Too Faced Kissing Jelly Gloss. If you look at this, it looks like something that you would see out of a skating rink vending machine. It's fun, it's poppy, it is oh so glittery. But how does it wear? Right away, it smacks you in the face with a bubblegum scent. Smells so good. I actually included this one in a recent TikTok video you guys can check out. Anyway, you don't have to watch it. I like the applicator. It's a nice applicator. You also don't want this gloss just going over your entire face, which is sometimes a struggle. It tastes good. For the millennials out there, this is very similar to the lip smackers that you'd put on your lips and you could taste it. I had a friend that would literally scroll the lip smackers up and eat them. I don't know how she never got sick. Color-wise, this has a slight tint to it. It's very magenta-y, it's fun, and I like the sparkle. It's not plumping, if that's what you're looking for, but super luscious and moisturizing. I would say on my lips, this has more of a purpley look to it, just even looking in the camera, which I don't love. But this one, I think you're solely buying for the sparkles, the glitter, the nostalgic throwback, and obviously the taste. I need a tissue. I really kind of hate putting these on and wiping them off because that seems a little wasteful, but gotta do what you gotta do, because I can't save that. Next one I'm gonna look at is the Gisou lip oil. So if you guys have tried their products, they're very popular, super duper popular in social media, aka Instagram and Pinterest. Mainly for their hair products, which I've tried before and they're lovely. So I'm excited to see how the lip product holds up. So right away, this bottle, a work of art. This is beautiful. It's got this funky little curvilicious glass container with beautiful pink blush. What do you call this? Wand? I mean, it's a wand, but I know there's another name for it. Help me out, guys. Okay, applicator right away, super skinny. This one is much thinner than the Too Faced one. It still has a little bit of curvature in there, which I think is really important as a lip product. And let's see how it applies. Okay, this smells really bad. I wanted it to smell like honey because it's honey infused. I'm not getting honey. I don't know what I'm getting, but it smells bad. I'll put on the screen what it smells like because I can't think of anything right now. It does not smell well. Aside from that, it goes on thicker. This goes on like maple syrup. It's tackier, but it's not sticky, if that makes sense. It's just heavier, which is probably because the honey, I mean, duh. Still like the applicator. The applicator's great. Color-wise, this is more complimentary. It has much more of a natural finish to it compared to the Too Faced one. It's still glossy, still moisturizing, so we'll see how this one holds up because the smell, I ain't having it. So I didn't even know, and I've never tried Kylie Skin before, but I didn't know until I went to Ulta that Kylie's doing lip oil now, and I feel like the only reason she's doing it is because everybody else is doing it, and it's like, duh, she has a cosmetics brand, why isn't she? But because Kylie is so skilled and amazing with the lip products, the other products from her line and her skincare don't perform very well, so I'm curious how this one's gonna do. I chose the strawberry version of this. I just thought that would smell really good. I feel like that would be the most universally appealing to most people. So cute bottle. This is almost the same color as the Gisou, a teeny, well, yeah, it's darker, but it's still a really fun, girly pink. I wouldn't say quite as aesthetically pleasing as the other ones, but I do like the glass container that has it looking pretty sophisticated. I think they could have, well, I'm not gonna get into that because that's marketing, but scrolling this out, this applicator is huge. This reminds me of the Dior one that we'll get into later, so sneak peek. Big fat applicator, really short, chubby, chunky. Oh my gosh, that is applicator. It feels like a pillow. It's softer. It feels like a cloud. So delightful. Oh my god. By far the best applicator, and there's certainly a strawberry kick to it. Not tacky strawberries either. This is a really good mix between natural strawberries and artificial. But obviously if you do natural strawberries, there's gonna be no sun at all, so you have to have a good mix. It's on that light medium thickness level. It glides on really easily, super hydrated from the get-go. A nice pinkish color. I'm just trying to look in the screen so I can see it for myself as well. This one so far, it's not sinking in super fast, which I like, so I feel like this is gonna hold up a bit. Feels the best on the lips. Amazed by this one. Wow. I like it. Kylie did not disappoint. She did not disappoint. You have no doubt heard about this one before. Where are we? Summer Fridays. Looking at the exact name. Lip Butter Balm. It's funny how these things are pretty much the same thing, but they get kind of creative with their labeling. I got the limited edition, well, I don't know if it's limited edition, I just think it is, birthday cake. I was so happy to get this because it sold out online instantly. I'm sure they have more in stock now. Bigger tube than the other ones. Just for reference, the Gisou is 0.27 ounces and this is 0.5. So this is almost double. Well, we'll say like 40%, 30%, I don't know math. It's bigger. Nice tube, nice packaging, also found on social media. The tip I've never seen before. This is a nice curved, hugging to the lip applicator. Now what's different than the other two is the applicator's on the tube. It's not a pull out like the other ones. There's no wand, so you squeeze and apply. This is really great and useful because when you use the ones that have the wands, you have a given set of product already on that wand, and this is an experience to put on. I'm channeling Hailey Bieber right now, even though this isn't her product. So the scent, the birthday cake scent is certainly there. It's not overwhelming in the slightest. Also like that the applicator, probably kind of dusty now, but it's glassy, which is kind of high end. Yeah, this one's delightful. I like you. Now we're going high end with Dior. Luckily these are in stock now because last summer these were so hard to get your hands on, and some of them still are, but we got the Dior Addict Lip Oil Glow. Lip Glow Oil. See what I mean? These names, they just try to be too different from each other. Like, just call it lip oil, it's fine. Bottle, luxurious, chunky, shiny, aesthetically pleasing. I feel like that's just like them all, so I'm probably just gonna stop saying that. Beautiful. This just, it feels designer. It is designer, it feels designer. Ugh, feels designer. Price point is obviously higher because it's Dior. Let's see how it wears. Twisting it out. That's a little goopy. As I said, big fat applicator. I like this because, I don't know, I just find that the big fat, I'm like humanizing these things. The fatty applicators are more fun to apply. I don't know, they're just like, you get into it when you apply. I also wanted to try a slightly different color, so I got the berry, which is not a popular one, but I actually think this one in the bottle is super gorgeous. You do get an instant little whiff of a mint sensation. It's not like tingly necessarily, but there's something in the ingredients that causes this. So I'm gonna look it up and put it on the screen. It's not as plush and pillowy as the Kylie one, which is kind of disappointing, but I probably would assume Kylie, since her product came out after this one, took note of the Dior and made it better. So good for you, Kylie. I do feel a little guilty using this because it's so expensive, but that's really pretty. I've always been swerved away from purple. I think purple can look really good on different skin tones. For me, it's always just made it look washed out, but actually I'm loving this. I don't know why people are not buying this color. The berry's amazing. Like, this does have cherry oil in it, so I don't know too much about cherry oil, but perhaps it's more hydrating than some other ones. Either way, I mean, I don't know why they would put cherry oil in this if it wasn't great. The other Miss Popular from Dior is the Dior Lip Addict Lip Maximizer. The names do not change. This one, beautiful. Probably more beautiful than the lip oil because it has the Dior on the outside and it's just shiny and luscious. This is true purse candy. Now, when I went to the store, they didn't have too many colors I loved, but they did have this one, which is just pink. There's not a fancy name to this one at all. So we'll see how it goes on. I'm hoping there's maybe some tint of a color, but given that a lot of these are more for the hydrating benefit, moisturizing, I'm not anticipating as much as obviously a lipstick. There's a little smack applicator, super small. This is your basic, generic, I don't want to say cheap because it's not cheap, but nothing special about this applicator. Really skinny, but this product's been around forever, so they're probably not like in the market to change it. I mean, if it's not broken, why fix it? Very moisturizing, probably due to the hyaluronic acid in it. More of that tingly mint feeling than the lip glow oil, which is in the name, so I shouldn't be surprised about that. It is probably more than I like, because I don't want to know that something's on my lips. Like, I just want to put it on and be mesmerized by how great it feels rather than feeling that tingliness. And looking at my lips, certainly they don't match the tube, which I wouldn't expect, but I don't know, I think I would only pay money for this to have it in my purse because it doesn't really maximize anything here. I do think there's better options like the Buxom Lip Maximizing, whatever it's called, gloss. Yeah, I mean, this one's pretty and obviously it's moisturizing, but that tingly stuff just doesn't, I don't love it, but we will see how it wears. Now we've got a cult favorite that's been around a little bit longer than the others, not as long as the Dior Lip Maximizer, which is the Glossier Mango Balm.com. Now they market this as a universal balm, salve, whatever. So salve, is it? I don't know, you guys. Which to me is like, we can apply this on our elbows, we can apply this on our feet, but I wouldn't do that because that's really pricey. Like, just get the Vaseline. The packaging on these are really, really fun because every color has a different color scheme to it. So I got the mango one and the berry. Now, I already used the berry because I was just really excited. And similar to the Dior, I was very surprised by how the purpley color, which is brightening, looked really pristine once it was on. But I don't want to give too much away. So the mango, it smells like mango. This is the most in-your-face scent of all the products so far. This really packs a punch. We've got the squeeze tube, so again, customizable output. Want to mention, I smelled the other ones at the store and the mango, the birthday cake, and the berry had the most natural scents. The other ones smelled really plasticky and like burnt rubber. So if you're going to get any of the flavors, get the mango, the birthday cake, or the berry. Unfortunately, the birthday cake was sold out, but just a heads up. This one has a different finish. It is not goopy. It applies like yogurt. That's the best comparison I can give it to. The applicator feels really good on your lips. This one is 0.5 fluid ounces, so you get as much as the Summer Fridays, which is really great because this is at a lower price point, so you can buy a bunch of these and keep them all in your bags, your school bags, at home. You don't have to feel bad buying them because you could buy 3 of these for the price of one of the others. Just looks moisturizing. I don't think this is anything special. It doesn't have much of a tint because if you look at the color itself, it's this really light pink. Almost comes out like toothpaste, but it doesn't feel like toothpaste. And it doesn't come on like chunky and gritty like toothpaste. It's great. I get why this is a popular product. The berry, as I said, has more of a tint to it. So if you are afraid of using that, totally get it. I'm with you, but I encourage you to try it. And if you are a scent girl like I am, or if you don't like scents, be aware because this one smells, I mean, I feel like it's perfume at this point. It's just all encompassing. Fenty has a lot of lip products out there, but I saw one at Sephora, at a couple Sephoras that was selling pretty darn fast, and they are the Fenty Gloss Balm Heat. I'm actually just really impressed how these people come up with different names for all these products. I don't know what's gonna come next, like lip killer, lip luscious, I don't know, we'll have to stay tuned. Bottle is similar to the Dior, just given that it has this glass plastic casing and then the silver on top. We've got a lot of reflections going on there. And this one says heat. So I wanted to try the heat because this is more of that plumping effect, which I know some of you guys really like out there, and we all have our needs and purposes. But also this lemon lava, I got the last one. All the other colors were available, but I don't know, it's just that psychology of like there's only one left, so it must be the best one. We'll find out. Has this nice glittery, no, not glittery. It has a nice metallic color. I want to see if it smells like lemon though. Very subtle, but it's there. And because this is gold, I'm really just looking for a nice kind of golden hour sheen. It feels good on. So far it feels really good. It's a little goopy. Applicators like the Dior one, just thicker, so nothing super crazy here. Plumping wise, I'm not getting the plumping yet, but it has a nice natural look to it. It just feels like I'm all glossed up, which is, you know, what it's meant to do. Now it's starting to burn. Now it's really starting to burn. So I'm gonna take this off because I really don't like that. You know, the luminizing effect and everything else was pleasant, but once we got to that burning point, whew. An all-time best seller, Laneige and Cotton Candy. Cotton Candy just seems like the most fun of the bunch and the most unique flavor that I couldn't find in the other ones. So, smells like cotton candy. Not like overwhelming and not as much as the Glossier ones, but it has a really nice natural cotton candy scent. I like that this one comes with a brush. I wouldn't tend to use this all the time because with my nails, it's a little annoying to like pick it up. Plus, I feel like if you're putting this on your vanity, it would just tend to collect a lot of dirt. So I would just use my nail, but the brush is a really nice idea. Probably so you don't get it all chunky like this, but you know. The swirls are very Willy Wonka-like, so I like that. I'm gonna use just a tiny bit. I mean, I barely used anything, and this is gliding over all my lips. This is way heavier than the other products, which certainly makes sense because it's a lip mask. This really coats everything. I feel like I almost got a spa treatment and someone injected hyaluronic acid in my lips. This feels more plumping than any of the others, which I don't understand because it's not marketed as a plumping gloss oil mask. I didn't know this, but there's actually berry fruit in it as well as vitamin C and coconut oil, so that may make this the superb being it is. And it promises baby soft lips, which it definitely gives. Like, this is amazing. But as well with all the others, I want to see how this holds up overnight because that's going to be the true test. So on to the next section. Came back from running some errands. This one I had to reapply pretty often. I feel like it stayed on my lips maybe around 20 minutes before I needed a reapplication. Not too bad. The flavor stays around, so that's certainly really great unless you're nauseated by those kinds of things. So I would say middle of the pack, not amazing, not crappy, certainly better than just regular chapstick or Burt's Bees, but I wouldn't say it's super duper high-end, but you still get a decent, actually you get a good amount in the tubes. Now we're on to the Dior, which I'm sure you guys are anticipating, and the minty tingliness of the Dior Maximizer has gone down, unlike the Fenty. And even though this doesn't have a lot of color, it does have really great hydrating, moisturizing, plumping power, but it's not overwhelming to I have to take it off. It just has this really nice, incredible sheen. Plus, it's just really, really pretty. I love collecting these things. I just want to buy every single color because they just look so aesthetically pleasing. I feel like I could be one of those girlies that do the aesthetic stuff. I won't, but application wise, it meets that 30-minute test I've been trying to evaluate these on. So winner. Now for the Dior, I can't even say it. Now for the Dior lip glow oil. It's hard to keep all these names in track. This one is more pigmented. Obviously, it has more of a berry tone. I don't mind it though, because I like changing things up. I am what I call myself a chameleon. So this is a nice way to subtly try something else rather than buying a lipstick. But the staying power is high on this one. I really liked the other one, but this one has just as pretty of packaging, and the cherry oil just is so beneficial to your lips. It really goes behind the scenes to regenerate, improve the health of your lips, which is why I'm gonna vote this one. I cannot talk today. Why I'm gonna give this one a number 2 in my ranking. It's not the best, but it highly scores in a number 2 just because it delivers. I have a little bit of a stockpile over here with my lip glosses that I'm trying, and I've been really enjoying the Too Faced Kissing Jelly Gloss. Kissing Jelly Gloss. I don't know why that's so difficult for me to say. It is radiant. I mean, this is a really enjoyable one to wear. I have that bubblegum flavor constantly around my mouth, going through my senses, and it feels really lovely. It's got a nice balm, it's got a nice sheen. It certainly keeps my lips hydrated. I don't feel like I'm having to reapply constantly throughout the day, although I have. And this has been the second half of the day, and even though I've been halfway through the day so far with this, almost half of the bottle is gone. Very disappointed about, because to me, these glosses aren't the cheapest things ever. I'm just really disappointed you don't get more applications out of this. I mean, I would still buy, but that's just kind of a bummer. I'm gonna have to take this one off in a little bit. It's been on for 30 minutes. This is burning my lips more than any other Maximizer plumper lip gloss has. It's, I don't know, the hydration glossy bit has stayed on like a decent amount of time, but not as long as I would like it to. But the fact that it's just causing so much distraction because of the burning effect, it's hard for me to concentrate on work I'm trying to do right now. Just don't feel like the finish and the, what do you want to call it, effect of the lip gloss is good enough to withstand this burning. So not a fan. Still working, but I switched the Fenty out for the Gisou lip oil, and not too impressed with this one. I know this one is like really, really hyped, but I'm having to apply it like every 10 to 15 minutes. I want to have a lip gloss or balm or whatever it is that stays on at least longer than 30 minutes. And this one just doesn't really do it. Because of the consistency, you don't get a lot of applications out of this little bottle. It's a work of art. I mean, it really is beautiful, but given that the smell is not so great, the application and having to reapply it, also not a favorite. I am definitely due for a reapplication, but given that this lasts longer, this is why I like to have it as a staple. And it's not messy either, which is great. Not to mention, you just get a lot of applications out of this. I mean, this is a full tube, although it does not say the amount in it, so that's a mystery, but this one's definitely on a top 3. Probably shouldn't say that as I haven't reviewed the rest of the products, but right now this is top 3. Okay, I apologize. I had no idea I had black eyes on camera, so it's pretty early in the morning, but I really wanted to give you guys a full honest review of how this holds up overnight. So I have a faint layer still on my lips, which is crazy because it's been 7.5 hours. And actually it's been longer than that because I put this on before I went to bed. My cracked lips have like regenerated themselves somehow overnight. Crazy, because the only thing that comes close to that is Vaseline. Still has that faint cotton candy scent. I've used it several times and I just have so much left. I apply this stuff during the day, just whenever I need the littlest bit of moisture, and you need only, I'm trying to find something to compare this to. Okay. Amount of an earring stud. This is the clear winner. Of all the lip products, this is the GOAT. We need to find another word for that because I feel like GOAT is very masculine. So if you guys could help me come up with a feminine word. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this one where I review Prada Beauty, as well as this video where I let you guys know if the sauna can make me and you sexy. Until then, thank you so much and see you next time. Bye!